Cut that music, homeboy. Well, here we are. Odyssey has come and gone, and Chris Davidson's push has come and gone as well. Everyone in the comment section expected him to win. I don't really understand. I don't quite understand. Do you get wrestling? Do you watch wrestling? Do you understand what being the world champion means? You think you can job out to everybody in your first year and then win a little match because you put some dickhead through a table and then you come out here and become world champion in a week? That's not how it works. That's not how wrestling works. And that's damn sure not how I work. How I work is I work my ass off. People that don't work their ass off, they're not going to beat me, and that's all there is to it. Even if they do work their ass off, they probably still won't beat me because I'm the best in the company. And I'm the best in the backyard too. And if you don't believe me, just go watch any match that I've ever performed in, ever. I'm the best in the backyard. With that being said, I understand there's a Quest for Gold tournament that's going to kick off here tonight with a tables match and shit like that. That's cool. Whoever wins that tournament, congratulations, you're going to get your ass whooped too. So just in advance, I'd like to say sorry for any like injuries you sustained during our match or whatever at Quest for Gold, because there's probably going to be a stipulation on it like there was last year. So, I mean, just sorry in advance. But I'd like to come out here and congratulate Chris Davidson. He had a great strategy. He came in, he said, you know what D4 doesn't do? He doesn't do submissions. He doesn't do them. People don't usually do them on him, so he hasn't proven to us that he's good enough to get out of any submissions. That's his weakness, right? Submissions, that's his weakness. Well, guess what? He had a great game plan. He came in, locked me in about 15 million freaking submissions out here, and guess what? I never tapped out. I never passed out. I worked my way out of them. It was a good strategy. But he took everything into account when compiling his strategy, except for one thing. What if the precisionist D4 wasn't his opponent? What if D4, the precisionist, didn't show up and someone else showed up? That's what he didn't take into account. And at Odyssey, I realized something. I realized it at Lifeline too, that I'm not the precisionist D4. I'm not. The precisionist D4 couldn't get it done. The precisionist D4 lost multi-man match after multi-man match, got counted out against King Hardon and stuff. Listen, I'm not the precisionist. I'm not here to be a fan favorite. I'm not here to sell tickets. I'm not here to get clicks. I'm not here for all that bullshit. I'm here for one reason. That's to hold this title as long as I can and to injure as many people as I can if they feel like challenging me. Because I'm the predator of this company. And everyone else is just prey. So whoever wins this Quest for Gold tournament, I'm sorry in advance for what's going to happen to you. Now you can hit that music again if you got it loaded up. There it is. There's my freaking music. Good luck to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to next level number 11. We just heard from world champion D4 about him defending at Odyssey against Chris. But first, tonight we're going to have El Contrastico versus Damien Kai in a standings match. We're kicking off the Quest for Gold tournament, round 1, with a tables match. Don Brazen versus Tengu. This tournament is co-branded so they can coexist on the same show. And just like that one, another round 1 matchup, 30-minute Iron Man match between Henry Mack and Charlie Mack. It's Battle of the Macks, and I can't wait to get it started. Last time we saw El Contrastico in action. He lost pretty handily to Ghost. Who hasn't lost pretty handily to Ghost? That's the question. Contrastico coming out here, looking pretty fired up, ready to go. But Damien Kai is pretty solid. Definitely one of the better young superstars in the company. El Contrastico looking to hit that patada de muerte. Couldn't quite hit it against Ghost. Got a mean kick of destiny when he went for it. But Damien Kai, we saw him at Odyssey, put down Darren Savior, extinguish his hopes for now of achieving a contract and signing a contract with the company. Damien Kai, that Inferno knee strike, that damned Inferno knee strike, that's what kept Darren Savior out of this company. Maybe it'll keep El Contrastico out of the win column. Damien Kai, that was his first victory at Odyssey, and I'm sure he's glad to get over the hump there, because sometimes it takes a while for people. Chris Davidson, Cody Cole, Nathan Slade. It takes them a while to win their first match. But Damien Kai, after losing that tag team match, after losing to Henry Mack the week before, is ready to take on El Contrastico, the first luchador in Action Wrestling Entertainment.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go.
These two, I promise you one thing, these two competitors right here, they're going to be electric as they lock up, collar and elbow. Contrastico jockeying for position, my bad, not going to get it here against Damien Kai. Damien Kai, a much taller and physical competitor, but Contrastico quick with the arm wrench, throws him down. Enziguri right to the side of the face. Contrastico taking advantage, putting him in a sleeper of some sort right there.
Do you submit? Do you submit?
Trying to cut off the air circulation to Damien Kai. Damien Kai going to use that strength advantage to pry the hand off, and there's the wrist lock. And it looks like he's going for a German. El Contrastico had a good defense on it. Damien Kai back to the side headlock. Contrastico rolls that small package.
One.
Ref a little bit late with the count. These two men going to size each other up again. Damien Kai kicking El Contrastico. Contrastico with a super kick to the chest. Now Contrastico, side headlock. Big slam from Damien Kai. Using that strength advantage.
Two.
Contrastico not going down so easily. Contrastico. Damien Kai already taking the gloves off. Damien Kai goes for a clothesline. Contrastico ducks it. Combination strikes. And he goes for the spinning enziguri. Not going to get it. Super kick to the face from Damien Kai. El Contrastico, his lights are out. Damien Kai says, I'm going to give him a chance. El Contrastico showing off that speed, showing off his keen eye. Kick to the legs again.
Overhead strike. Contrastico. Drop kick from Damien Kai. And a perfect drop kick rocks Damien Kai's world. Took it right in the teeth. Contrastico might want to do an outside dive here. Damien Kai was waiting on it. But Contrastico going to run off looking for that Rana. He gets caught
take it back in the
and
ring.
driven right into the side of the ring.
Come on, let's go.
Uppercut from
Back
El
in the ring.
Contrastico.
1,
Uppercut from Damien Kai.
2. Come on, let's go.
Contrastico
Get back in the ring.
combination. Goes
3.
for an Enziguri. Isn't going to get it. Hits his face right
4.
on the ground.
Come on, guys.
Damien Kai
5,
taking a moment. Drop kick.
6.
Turns El Contrastico inside out.
Come on, guys, let's go. 7.
Damien Kai throwing Contrastico in
Back
the
in.
ring. Contrastico another drop kick across the face. Contrastico. Damien Kai trips over the joining of the two sides of the ring there. Contrastico going for the moonsault, looks like. And he snaps his neck. That didn't look good. That didn't look good at all. Snaps his neck.
1,
And
2.
it looks like he's in pain here. El Contrastico got some contact with the head. But I'm telling you, that's not good on the neck. Enziguri from Damien Kai and El Contrastico. How do you do? Damien Kai setting up Inferno knee strike. El Contrastico just gets out of the way, and an Enziguri connects more with the shoulder than the back of the head. But here it is. Patada de muerte! It's over for Damien Kai. El Contrastico going to get his first
1,
victory in the company.
2.
Damien
2.
Kai
You got
kicking
2.
out of the Patada de muerte. What a beautiful strike from El Contrastico. Overhead punch. Another one. Damien Kai sweeps the legs. Double foot stomp to the gut. Contrastico, don't get up. Sling blade from Damien Kai. Contrastico. Inferno knee strike. That's all,
1,
folks.
2, 3.
What? A quick match, but an explosive one. Let's get some replays. My goodness. That Enziguri was nasty. That drop kick was also nasty. That drop kick was also nasty. This moonsault was nasty too. He didn't land right on it. What other term can I use besides nasty? Watch this. Patada de muerte gets that left foot right across the back of the head. Really surprised Damien Kai was able to kick out.
2.
And this right on the forehead, turning El Contrastico all the way back to his feet.
1, 2, 3.
Damien Kai paying respect. Contrastico couldn't pick up the win, but a good performance nonetheless. But next we've got the tables match. You guys remember the Quest for Gold tournament from the year, from last year. And I'm excited to see what this Quest for Gold tournament here in 2020 can bring. Don Grayson started off the year 2-0, perfect record, but now 2-2 as he dropped a match to Ghost. Was frustrated, dropped that #1 contenders match to Chris Davidson, but now he's back. He's in this tournament. He has a chance to go face D4 at Quest for Gold, and he's looking to put Tengu right through that table. Don Grayson been one of the better competitors here in the company here in year 2. And I'm excited to see, can he bounce back from taking those 2 consecutive losses, get back on top of his game, and be the superstar that we know he can be. But this competitor right here, this is the guy. This is the guy that much of the fan base is already behind, and he's only wrestled in 2 matches, the Battle Royale and the tag team match. But he's got a certain appeal to him. Technically, he's 1-0.
Game time.
It is game time! Tengu ready for battle. I'm telling you. Tengu is a fierce competitor. We saw him whip out that Chaos Claw, that Samoan spike that he does last week on Intensity. And I'm excited to see Tengu face off against the veteran Dynamite Don Grayson.
Gentlemen, you know the rules, and you know the rules. First to go through a table loses. Let's get it.
Not today. Not today.
It's all day, baby. What's
Not
up?
today.
What you want to do, man?
Not today.
Come on, keep it moving.
Not today.
What's up? Keep it moving, man.
Don Grayson smack across the face. Tengu not gonna give him that. Don Grayson still frustrated with his 2 losses. I would be too. I don't know anyone that wouldn't be. I think this match stipulation has to favor Tengu because just what a hip toss, what a throw right there. Tengu throwing his weight around. There's a shoulder block. Tengu seems to be the more hardcore competitor, I would just assume. We haven't seen Don Grayson do much more than just technical wrestling. There's a nice German suplex. So I imagine Tengu having the advantage here in this tables match isn't too far of a stretch. There's a Samoan spike early in this match. Don't take your eyes off Tengu for 1 second. Dispersing of Don Grayson, throwing him right into that
I
table.
told you didn't want it today. I told you.
Smacking the face right into the table. And again. Grabbing that 2x4 from Lowe's. Lowe's not a sponsor, but hey, if they... Oh my God! I don't think Lowe's is going to be a sponsor if we're using their wood that way.
This is an all-day thing. All day.
It was going to be an all-day thing. Already that table looking a little rough from Don Grayson's face. And now Tengu's mask face. Don Grayson throws Tengu in. Tengu back up to his feet. Kicks Don Grayson right in the face. First time these 2 competitors have faced off here in the company if you don't count the Battle Royal. Using that table. My goodness. I'm telling you. This is the first time these 2 are competing against each other one-on-one, and probably one of the only times you'll see it, given that they're on different brands, given that it's not usual for us to have co-branded matches. Tengu throws Grayson in. Grayson with an uppercut. Grayson kick combination, dropping Tengu. Don Grayson, don't stand too close there, bud. You might go through a table. That leg didn't look nice. That leg got trapped under Tengu there. And I'm surprised he didn't tear something. Knee to the gut, Don Grayson. Don Grayson going for a bulldog. Tengu goes to throw him through the table. Don Grayson just barely clears it, and he's back up on the apron. Tengu going for the Chaos Claw. Will he get it? Don Grayson evades and rolls, but gets caught up in the side there. People seem to be getting caught more and more and more as the weeks go on. There in the springs and the bars. These two lock up once again. Don Grayson. There's that patented facebuster trying to get Tengu to fall right through that table. I'm assuming Tengu having the wherewithal to stay in. DDT from Don Grayson. Not a move we usually see him pull out of his bag of tricks. Don Grayson there. Not going to move Tengu with that much strength. There's a better one. Better contact there from Don Grayson. Don Grayson, another knee strike. And I bet he's wondering, what's it going to take to get Tengu? Tengu going, staggering. Don't fall through there. Don Grayson's shoulder block, and it's right through the table.
That don't count.
It counts. Don Grayson is your winner.
Not a very long match here, ladies and gentlemen. But the action that we did have, I think Don Grayson, coming into this match, Don Grayson had it in his head that he was going to have to do something like that to put Tengu through the table. He wasn't going to get him up on his shoulders and put him through that way. And I think when Tengu says that didn't count, him losing his balance there, it wasn't the most devastating of table spots, because he wasn't, Tengu, not dissatisfied with his showing in a chaos claw right onto the apron.
I'm not playing this shit.
Tengu angry. I would be too. It looked like maybe he stumbled. We're going.
Disappointing. Damn it, son. Damn it. Very, very disappointing. You are not carrying your weight like I expected you to. You're supposed to be the future Cody Cole. Well, your future's not looking too bright right now. So guess why? You're 2-2, and I'm still undefeated. But I guess that doesn't mean shit to you. Because guess what, man? Guess what? I don't know who you've become. I don't know what's gotten into you. But you're not looking like the Cody Cole that basically demanded me to be your tag team partner. Man, look at what's on your shoulder right there, bro. Look what's in your hand. Tag Team Gold. We are the first AWE Tag Team Champions. And we're trying to be the best tag team on AWE. But you can't carry your weight. So, what do you got to say for yourself? Who have you became? What happened to Cody Cole? The one that was thinking he was the best in the world, or becoming the best. Now you're just looking like a cheap, overrated Roman Reigns, John Cena, trash of a wrestler. Overrated. Because if you weren't overrated, you'd have a decent record right now.
Or it's because I'm playing second fiddle with somebody. Second fiddle. Then, last week before, Lifeline, and coming here.
You see, there's a man that wears a mask, but I'm not scared of him.
You're not scared of him, but yet you lost to him. You sit there and said you're not scared of a man that wears makeup, and you're not scared of a man that wears a mask, but yet you lost to him.
Well, here's the thing. You try to beat a guy that gets back up, and gets back up, and gets back up, and is right around. And as soon as you turn around, he's right there in your face. You see, the conversation you had with me before I went into it didn't go as planned. You see, it's not just me carrying my own weight. It's because you, Mr. Hotshot, have your head so far up your ass. Like, the only thing you're worried about is that.
I'm only worried about this. Well, I kind of gotta be worried about this, little brother. It's the Intensity World Championship.
For 5 seconds, could you quit talking about that? You're putting it, this, right here, this is on my shoulders because you say, I can't carry my weight. You know what? I can't carry my weight. Sometimes when you try to fight somebody, but he gets right back up and he's right in your face, what are you supposed to do? Don't get too comfortable, because sooner or later, there's going to be somebody that's going to end up taking this.
Yeah, they're gonna take these because you are not carrying your weight.
Because of me?
Yeah.
Because of me.
Yeah. Because guess what?
What?
Me? I'm carrying my own weight, because look at me. I'm double freaking champion.
Double freaking champion. Double freaking champion. Okay, whoop-de-doo. I don't care. Me and you come from two different things. You get whatever you want. Me, I don't.
I get everything I want because I'm the damn devil. And I take what I want.
See?
But that's where you're wrong. I take what I want. I don't get it handed to me. I take it.
Oh, really? Do I have to remind you what happened with a certain someone? And I think you know what I'm talking about. That the only person you can't beat.
Who? Who's that one person I can't beat?
Is not here. And if he was here, you still wouldn't beat him.
I'm pretty sure I finally beat him. I'm pretty sure I finally beat Jackson Pyro. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I knew who you were talking about from the get-go. But that's over. That's done and over with. I beat Pyro. I'm done. I'm here in AWE. I'm double champion. And you are looking like the past.
You know
You're
what?
no future. You have no future.
I have no future. I have no future. Well, and see, the thing is, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable because I don't know what's going on. See, I thought it'd be different, but it's not. Everything that's difficult is when it's all about you.
Well, guess what? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But I need you to find that Cody Cole that's deep inside there, because I know that Cody Cole is still in there. So, from now till we lose them championships, I don't want to see you lose a match. And if you do, I'll swear to God, I'm going to put the fear of God inside you. And that's coming from a devil. So, go home, find whatever balls you have left, become that Cody Cole again, and let's defend them championships, and let's take out every tag team that thinks they got a chance at these, and let's prove to them that they are second best to us. So, from here on out, every tag team that thinks they have a big ass cojones to step foot to me and Cody Cole, well, get ready. Because your soul has a bounty on it, and it will be collected. I don't care if it's freaking King Neon. I don't care if it's Henry Mack. I don't care if it's Don Grayson. Hell, I don't even care if it's D4 wants to come after these. You're not getting close to these world titles. And that is a fact. So, remember this. Try me, and I will put the fear of God in you. And that is a fact.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to put the fear of God. The devil is going to put the fear of God in D4 or whoever wants to come after those damn titles. But before that, we've got a 30-minute Iron Man match between Mac, and that's next. Henry Mack coming out here 1-1. He won against Damian Kai in the first round of the Next Level tournament to crown the first ever Next Level champion. Then he lost in the semifinals to Ghost, a fate that everyone that faced Ghost up to this point has had. Walking out here with a different version of his theme song. Coming out next, we've got the mercenary, Charlie Mack. Charlie Mack answered the call at Odyssey 2 against Atlas Liger. King Neon didn't show up for his Intensity title match, and the mercenary Charlie Mack answered the call. He hopped off the commentary team with me. He hopped off the team. I wanted to know where he was going, and he said, I got stuff to do. And I was like, okay. And next thing I know, he's walking out the freaking entrance, ready to fight. And they put on one hell of a match. And that's how he got to be 0-1. You know what? Scratch that. Scratch that. He's 0-2.
When I start this timer,
because he lost to Chris Davidson in that last man standing match. He's 0-2. The video editor messed up on that.
30 minutes starts now.
And 30 minutes has begun. What a long match this is going to be. I'm excited to see, can Charlie Mack actually get a fall over the former AWE, first ever AWE world champion, Henry Mack. And if Charlie Mack, they're just putting on a show for us right now. Taking bumps, showing each other their bumping skills. Charlie Mack showing the front flip skills. Henry Mack goes to shake his hand, not going to give it to him. Crash landing early in this match.
1, 2, 3.
Gets the 3.
One fall goes to
and Henry Mack already with 1 fall.
I like the way you move. It reminds me a lot of myself that is.
Charlie Mack, you ought to know not to trust Henry Mack by this point. If you've watched any film at all on Henry Mack, the former world champ, you know he's pretty deceptive at times.
It used to not be that way. I think losing his title contributed a lot to that. These two, Henry Mack already up 1 fall. That gives him a huge advantage here because now, if Charlie Mack wants to win at 30 minutes, he has...
1. He's in the rope.
If Charlie Mack wants to win at 30 minutes, he has to pin or submit, or get Henry Mack counted out twice by the time limit. Henry Mack sweeps the leg. Charlie Mack going in, trying to grapple with the heavier Henry Mack. And maybe, just maybe, Charlie Mack may have hurt his lower back right there. Henry Mack already going for another crash landing. Charlie Mack, a snap German, doing his best version of the German suplex that he can manage to hit on Henry Mack as he stomps the leg into the mat. Charlie Mack took a lot of punishment on Saturday at Odyssey against Atlas Liger. They battled outside for the majority of the match. So him moving a bit slower in this match and feeling the effects of every move as he goes to lock in a crossface. Looks like he's got the hands together there.
Come on, go ahead and tie this up. Make it more interesting moving forward.
Charlie Mack trying to convince Henry Mack to tap. Henry Mack counters into a pin.
1. He's in the rope.
Charlie Mack's hand is right over the ropes. Right over the springs, which we call ropes. We'll get ropes soon enough, don't you guys worry. Anyway, Charlie Mack and his battle that he had with Atlas Liger for the Intensity Championship at Odyssey left him bruised and battered, and I'm pretty sure that's why he's moving a bit slower today. Moving a bit slower, feeling the effects of moves more, and just... I mean, there's an obvious discrepancy between this and the Last Man Standing match. Henry Mack taking advantage of the leg that he was targeting earlier on in the match, and I think Charlie Mack, how long, the question is, how long do you want to stay in this hold? If you can't get to the ropes, do you want to... Charlie Mack, not sure if you can get out at this point. Okay, Charlie Mack making a good decision here.
2 falls to 0.
Charlie Mack making a good decision here because the longer he stays in that submission, I probably would have just had him tap out right away because you don't want to stay in that submission. You know you can probably get that fall back later on if you can get some offense in. But now he took more punishment to the leg because he stayed in it for a prolonged period of time. And he lost a fall, so now he's down on this. He's down and falls another fall, 2-0, and his leg seems to be giving him trouble. Henry Mack gets caught like a deer in headlights, and a knee to the gut from Charlie Mack. Another one, like DJ Khaled out here or something. Another one. DDT. Double underhook DDT. Famanda cheese.
1. He's in the...
Okay.
2, 1.
Confusing the referee here. Henry Mack was in the ropes.
Pulling it back. Use that rope, cut the count. Then move your hand up. That would have been 3. Smooth.
Henry Mack going for a Claymore. That leg still bothering Charlie Mack as this match continues. Henry Mack, Irish whip,
doing more damage, making Charlie Mack land on that leg on the outside, doing more damage.
1, 2, 1.
Charlie Mack still utilizing the leg
3.
and clubbing blows. Get Henry Mack in the ring. That
5.
leg, he's still trying to utilize it, but it could come back to hurt him as he drops the double axe handle across the back of Henry Mack.
1.
Henry Mack with a kick out. Not giving up a fall on that. Looks like Charlie Mack going for an elbow drop. Henry Mack tried to evade, may have still got caught right there on the back of the head. Henry Mack lessening the impact of that elbow drop by making sure he got back to a base, not just laying there on the mat, taking all of the gravity and momentum.
Got your knee on.
Henry Mack says, got you Neon, and there's a power bomb, reminiscent of what we see King Neon do. And is he using D4's taunt? Looks like maybe he's setting up for a kill shot. Charlie Mack, playing it safe, gonna roll to the side of the ring. These two men, once again, they're on separate brands, so you're probably not gonna see them fight that much. And a rolling senton there from Henry Mack.
1, 2.
And Charlie Mack
1, 2.
rolls it into a cover of his own. Charlie Mack coming in here. Henry Mack goes for one of those claymores, but connects in the side and knocks Charlie Mack all the way to the tree.
2, 3.
I'm telling you, if Henry Mack can connect with that claymore on the side of the face instead of the side of the body, that'd be another fall.
1, 1, 2,
Both of these men
3,
looking across the pond at each other. Henry Mack trying to get himself
4.
a fall against him, I guess.
I think I was at 5.
Ref losing count of where he's at. These two decide to get back in the ring finally. Roundhouse kick! Charlie Mack whipping out one of his bigger moves out of nowhere. Charlie Mack roundhouse kick. Catches Mack in the face. Henry, that is. Rules of engagement. Straight to Henry Mack. Charlie Mack doesn't have both shoulders down.
His shoulder's not on the mat. 1, 2, 3. 2 falls to 1 fall.
Henry Mack, I think, elected not to kick out there.
19 minutes remain.
By doing so, by electing not to kick out, he didn't waste energy. He has more time he can spend on the ground. He has a comfortable 1 fall lead right now, 2-1. That means if Charlie Mack wants to win at the 30-minute mark, he would still have to pin or submit Henry Mack twice. So Henry Mack taking a much-needed break in this 30-minute match.
I could do that.
These two jabbing each other. Henry Mack getting Charlie Mack some momentum built up and went for a shoulder block. just
I've been hit by bigger men.
just barely grazing Charlie Mack with that shoulder block. Charlie Mack giving him body blows, giving him jabs. And Henry Mack, belly to belly overhead suplex. Charlie Mack doing the wise thing and rolling to the other side of the ring. These two men have done a fantastic job of making sure that the other man doesn't get a ton of offense in. Big body splash from Henry Mack. Lands right on the hip of Charlie Mack. Go for the cover.
1, 2. 2.
Ref making it a 2 count.
Two to one right now. 2 to 1. I'll even lay here for you.
Charlie Mack says, I'll even lay here for you for another one. Maybe playing a little bit of possum there as he just pounces on Henry Mack and he isn't even going for the cover here. Body blows to Mack. Henry Mack, not Charlie Mack. If we get another guy named Mack, I'm quitting commentating. That's it. That'll be all she wrote. I'm telling you, these guys keep going to the weapons as if we said that you could use weapons in this match. If there are countouts, if there are rope breaks, if there are standard rules, why would you go after weapons? I don't know.
1, 2.
Henry Mack said, I'm just going to hold it until the ref remembers how to do rope break. These two just have each other in leg locks at this point.
1, 2.
Henry Mack let his shoulders both rest on the ground at the same time for just a split second there. As I was saying earlier, these two men have done a good job of making sure that their opponent doesn't get rolling, doesn't get on a roll, and getting a ton of fast-paced, high-flying offense in.
1, 2.
Or even their big power moves. I mean, the biggest move that we've seen is that early crash landing that came seemingly out of nowhere, and then the rules of engagement that got Charlie Mack that fall. We haven't seen we haven't seen a super kick into a stunner combo. We haven't seen
I need my shoe.
We haven't seen the King of Battle. These two men have done a great job of countering one another and making sure both of them stay grounded.
He's in the ropes.
Mack in the ropes. Stomping the leg back into the mat. Charlie Mack has some work to do. It's 2-1. If he could tie it 2-2 and the 30-minute mark were to hit, we'd go into sudden death. That means next fall wins. Charlie Mack, though, has some ground to make up here. 2-1. Him giving up that really early fall didn't help his cause any. And he's plotting on how he's going to pick up another fall to tie it up. Sitting there, diagnosing the situation, being observant, being watchful, being mindful.
Mack, are you good to continue?
Ref not counting Mack out. Henry, my bad. Ref not counting Henry Mack out. Tending to his wounds. Henry Mack limping over to the other side. Shoulder block. Looks like both men dropped on that. Henry Mack. Once again, both men fall down. Charlie Mack, a heavier competitor too. Nice DDT from Henry Mack, and both men are just so tired right now. I'm tired right now. That leg's still bothering Charlie Mack. And I wonder how big of a role that leg is going to play in this match as these two men start slugging it out. Oh, there's a super kick to that leg. Henry Mack, such a smart, such a deceptive competitor, goes for a crash landing, but his leg not going to allow him to get Charlie Mack up. Could have put him up 3-1. Would have been a very comfortable lead. Forearm smash to the back from Charlie Mack. I'm not a rapper. Charlie Mack going for King of Battle. I don't see him getting it. That leg giving way. Plus, anyone trying to hoist Henry Mack up on their back like that, that's a task. That's a daunting task. And Henry Mack calling for a super kick. Calling for some of that chin music that is so sweet. Charlie Mack playing it safe. Charlie Mack getting away before he got a super kick right on the chin. And there's a nice belly-to-belly slam. I don't imagine it'll garner a 3 count. Henry Mack trying to talk to the cameraman, it seems. Super kick from Henry Mack. Just giving him a little love tap there. I think Henry Mack and Charlie Mack are actually growing fond of one another. Last names are both Mack. Can't go wrong with that. And there's a Claymore. Right to the shoulder it looked like, but maybe Mack landed awkwardly. Landed on the legs of Charlie Mack. Charlie Mack already back up to his feet. Henry Mack, whoever wins this... Okay, so let me just explain the way the Quest for Gold tournament is working this year. So instead of it being a 6-man tournament with 5 losers who will face off in a Redemption 5-way, it's going to be an 8-man tournament, and 7 men will compete in a Redemption 7-way match at Quest for Gold. So this year we have 4 first-round matchups, 2 on this show, 2 on Friday on Intensity. Then we have the semifinals, round 2. So the winner of these 2 matches, they're going to be on opposite sides of the bracket.
He's in the ropes. Break it up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, say Charlie Mack wins this match or Henry Mack wins this match, either one of them, they're not going to go on to face Don Grayson
1, 2.
because they're on opposite sides of the bracket, so they'd have to meet up in the finals.
9:55 left to go.
So the other 2 round 1 matchups with different stipulations will be on Intensity on Friday. Believe this is going to go up on Wednesday. A little bit late on the upload this week. Looks like he's going for another rules of engagement. Henry Mack playing it safe, dropping to his knees. Going after that injured leg and dropping him with a spine buster.
1, 2.
Charlie Mack manages a kick out. Charlie Mack, I think he's got to get to work on catching back up here in this match. I believe it's 2-1 right now, right? It's 2-1 and Charlie Mack shoulder block drops Charlie Mack all the way out of the ring, and you can see the dirt. Ref checking on him.
1, 2, 3,
Henry Mack, I'm telling you, they're trying to get disqualified, guys.
4,
Maybe they're just doing it for the intimidation factor.
5,
But he's doing his
6.
best Happy Gilmore impression.
7, 8, 9.
Both men are back in by the count of 9.
Back in.
Neither one going to lose or gain a fall from that. These two men, they've been going at it for quite some time. I believe we're right at the 20-minute mark, or maybe a little past the 20-minute mark. So not much time left for Charlie Mack to close the gap here, as Henry Mack just drops Charlie right on his head.
1, 2.
And my goodness, I've
3.
never seen that move from Henry Mack.
3 falls.
But it looks
1.
like
7 minutes and 20
3 falls to
seconds left.
1 in favor of Henry Mack. And I've got Henry Mack going over now. It's just, I forgot what the ref / camera guy said the time was, but I don't see Charlie Mack picking up 2 or 3 falls within that time frame. Charlie Mack drops an elbow, and he's in the cover.
1.
And
He's
Henry
in the
Mack
ropes.
keeps finding his way to the ropes, playing it really, really well, having great ring awareness, not wing awareness.
1.
Going
2.
for another cover is Charlie Mack. Not going to get it. I'd be really shocked if he did. Henry Mack, former world champion. He's turned in some of the most impressive performances to date. Roundhouse catching Henry Mack. Charlie Mack needs to capitalize on this and try to close that gap. That 3-1 deficit not looking pretty. This is only the second Ironman match in history. Last year we had a no disqualification Ironman match at Quest for Gold, Luna Tank and King Neon for the World Championship, and it ended up going down to the wire. We had no falls within the last minute of the match. There were no falls up until that point, and then Chris Davidson came out. Just to recap, Chris Davidson, but Charlie Mack going for a rules of engagement, and he's gonna get it.
One, 2, 3.
And he's starting to close in.
3 falls to 2 falls. 5 minutes. And
So with
10
about
seconds
5 minutes
remaining.
left, it's 3-2, and Charlie Mack starting to rally here. He has 5 minutes to pick up at least 1 fall.
5 minutes left in this match.
So Charlie Mack needs to pick up at least 1 fall to go to sudden death if he wants to win it in 30 minutes. Needs to pick up 2. Dropping down, stomping on Henry Mack and laying out with the legs. Going back to work on the legs. These two men have been working each other's legs this whole match.
You submit. 1.
And what
He's in
a
the
weird
ropes.
counter into a pin. These two have been in the ropes as well all match. Charlie Mack saying, what's it going to take? And I'm here to tell you, with Henry Mack being the first ever AWE World Champion, it's going to take a lot more
4 minutes remaining.
than the performance that Charlie Mack is turning in right now. Henry Mack says it's his redemption year.
Get down here.
You're already up.
You get down.
You're already up. You're up 3-2.
Charlie Mack trying to call a truce. Bulldog! Putting Henry Mac's lights out for the time being. And a low blow to Charlie Mack. Henry Mack probably surprised he didn't get a technical foul like Kristaps Porzingis.
One.
You know what I'm talking about? If not, just don't worry about it.
2 minutes and 45
So there's about
seconds
2
left.
minutes and 45 seconds left in this matchup for Charlie Mack to get a fall. And Henry Mack going for the king of battle, it looks like, on the moves inventor. Charlie Mack gets Henry Mack's face right on the knee there. That didn't look pretty. Henry Mack is groggy, as are we all right now. Another bulldog. After the knee,
One.
Henry Mack
Two.
with a kick out. Looks like maybe his foot caught right in the ropes there. There's a minute 45 left in this match. Charlie Mack, I'm sure, starting to wonder what does he have to do to get a fall to keep himself alive here in this matchup.
So 1 minute.
Charlie
and
Mack
30 seconds left.
strategizing, trying to get his wits about him, trying to remember what it is.
Your feet are in
And the ref not playing that shit today.
1, 2.
Henry Mack able to kick out.
1, 2.
Charlie Mack kicking out. Henry Mack just laying there, laying on the mat. That's not a bad strategy because if he doesn't stand up, if Henry Mack
1
doesn't
minute
stand up,
remaining.
most of the offense of Charlie Mack is negated if he stays on the mat. The longer he stays on the mat, the more Charlie Mack has to, the more force he has to exert to pick him up off the mat.
45 seconds remaining.
And these two trading body blows. So fatigued as you see them chopping each other and punching each other. There's 30 seconds remaining in this match. Charlie Mack really has to get...
1,
Charlie Mack getting
2.
pinned. Henry Mack getting
1,
pinned.
2.
Charlie Mack getting
1,
pinned.
2.
Henry Mack getting pinned.
1.
15 seconds left in the
seconds
match.
remaining.
Charlie Mack's going to have to do something. Henry Mack should have stayed down. Why did he get up? Going on the attack against Charlie Mack. Charlie kicking him. Going for rules of engagement. And Henry Mack.
2.
And the timer goes off. Smart strategy by Henry Mack to go down to his ass there. That way he can't take the full impact of rules of engagement. Smart strategy there. So the first fall was really quick. Not even a minute in this match, I don't think. A crash landing from Henry Mack stunned the hell out of Charlie Mack.
1, 2, 3.
Then second fall in this match, Charlie Mack making the wise decision, although hindsight is always 20/20 and maybe looking back he shouldn't have submitted there. That roundhouse was deadly, and right here into the rules of engagement. Henry Mack decided to sit this one out, take this pinfall, and be able to regroup for the next fall.
His shoulder's not on
Not
the
a bad strategy there on his part either.
2, 3.
And right here, a new move dropping Charlie Mack right on his noggin.
1.
And I think we're going to need to see Henry Mack implement that a little bit more into his moveset, into his arsenal. There was another rules of engagement from Charlie Mack, and this would get him his second fall. So at this point, Henry Mack is up 3-2, and right here what you're about to see, watch this. Charlie Mack with a setup kick, but watch this. Henry Mack played it so well. He dropped. Then he got his hands in the rope, and there wasn't enough time to get the 3 count.
Charlie Mack, still unable to find his first victory in this company. Like we were talking about earlier with Damian Kai, with El Contrastico as well. It's very difficult to win in this company. It's one of the hardest companies there is to win in. You see guys go on these long losing streaks, and it doesn't make them bad. It just means the competition level is very high.
This is a redemption year. So D4, whoever has it, when it's my time, it's coming home.
Henry Mack saying he's going to win this tournament and bring that title home. Thank you guys so much for watching Next Level number 11. Don't forget to crash landing that subscribe button. And you guys have a good rest of the day. Sorry about the late upload.